I'm gonna show you guys how to get your very first huge in Pet Simulator 99. And no, this is not clickbait, so stay with me here. I don't wanna waste any more of your time, so let's jump right into this in 3, 2, 1. And the methods I'm gonna show you guys are gonna be mostly free to play. There's gonna be a couple of ways where you guys can spend some Robux to help it out a little bit more, but for the most part, this is gonna be essentially a free to play tutorial on how to do this. And no, it does not involve going to claim all the free diamond claims around the maps. That just doesn't work. So the first method requires us to get some diamonds. Now there's a couple ways you guys can do this. One, you guys can spend the 400 Robux and get the VIP Game Pass. Now this is one of my favorite methods because you guys can just AFK grind and then just get diamonds by not doing it. Like this guy, for example, he's just chilling here, getting some diamonds, and he's probably off eating some lunch or something like that. You can also get 1,500 diamonds every couple of hours here by going to claim this chest, which is nice. But essentially, all you got to do is sit right here, make sure you guys have the auto tap on, and you guys just chill here. Go do whatever you want. Very, very simple. Requires a little bit of Robux to do it, but you guys don't have to go into the trading plaza, which is kind of nice. And also, before we keep going, everybody, just make sure when you start any of these processes, you guys want to definitely make sure you guys have any of the diamond books you guys have. Make sure all of those are equipped. I would also recommend grabbing a magnet book because if you're going to stand somewhere, you definitely want to make sure you're grabbing the diamonds that are far in the corners because having a bunch of diamonds is cool, but if you can't actually grab them, that's another problem. So make sure you guys have magnet books and diamond books together. And if you guys have any potions that you need to equip, like this one, for example, gives you 30% diamonds. I used the star versions of these, but essentially pop all of them if you can because it'll just increase the time and then literally just stand here, grab some diamonds. I think the best part about this strategy that I like the most is that diamonds don't really require your pets to be that strong. You can just sit here, even with weaker pets, you can still just chill here and make sure you're grabbing some diamonds. Obviously, that's probably what Pet Simulator 99 intended, so that more people buy the Game Pass, but it still works nonetheless. If you got weak pets, you still can come in here and chill and grind out some diamonds. So if you're gonna spend some Robux, spend it on the VIP Game Pass. And one last thing while you guys are in here, if you guys have one of these flags, it's a diamond flag, or if you guys have one of the Epic Fortune flags, they also give you diamonds. Just make sure you drop one of these in the area because it does double your diamonds. The only downside is it only lasts for 5 minutes, so you really can't use this effectively if you're gonna AFK, but it's cool if you're just gonna chill here and, you know, if you're gonna be by your phone or your computer. So there you go, there's that. But the next option is gonna require you to be a pretty high rank in order to complete this one, but you are gonna have to have this last egg unlocked because if you're going for huges, people aren't gonna be selling huges or any of that kind of stuff, anything lower than the best item in the game. So what you guys are gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna grind out this egg as many times as you can. However much money you got, grind the egg like crazy because you guys can get the Dominus and the cat in this as well, but the Dominus it's just not going to drop in this egg. I think I've gotten maybe 1 out of like 1,000 rolls. So don't worry about that because we're going to get to that in just a second. But essentially, just go to this thing, roll it out like crazy. I would recommend you guys put on your luck boosts and all that stuff. Make sure you guys equip all of your luck books in order to complete this. Just make sure you fill up all these slots with luck before you start doing this roll because yeah, then you're just going to be getting more rainbows and whatnot. Anyway, you guys get the idea. But obviously, just start rolling eggs like crazy and tell you guys, I mean, if you want to do it overnight or go eat some dinner and then let this thing keep rolling some eggs for you. So when you guys have a bunch of them, we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so now that we're done rolling all of our eggs, and I can guarantee it, you guys did not get a huge from that egg. I'm telling you, it says you can get it from your best egg, but the chance is like 0.00001. If you guys got one of these from the best egg, please let me know in the comments because I've rolled, I don't even know how much, millions of dollars, millions of platinum worth of eggs, and I've never gotten one. So let me know if you guys have gotten one. Anyway, moving on to the next step here. All right, so assuming you guys are rank 1 and you guys have the teleport unlocked, we're gonna go ahead and bop on over to the shanty town, which is level 28 here. So we're gonna pop over there, boom, and that is where the fused pets thing is located, okay? The best way to do this is you guys can do it with the ninja mascot, which is the rainbow version. However, if you guys didn't get a bunch of those, use these. This is my personal favorite. Now the game says that 45 is maximum, and I think that gives you your best percentage. However, I've actually seen the sweet spot into like I've done it with like 20 before. Let's try it with 20 right now. Here we go, boom. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's go ahead and try with 20, I don't know, let's try with 26, see if that wants to work. Here we go, boom. 26 of them. There we go. Rainbow Dominus with 26 of those guys. But yeah, essentially, I would go between probably 20. I'd try between 22 and about 45. That way you're not wasting them just in case you guys don't have a bunch of them, okay? Now do this as many times as you guys can until you guys are out of the pet. Let's try 35 of this one, see if we can get a Rainbow Dominus or a cat. Come on. There we go. So we got a rainbow cat as well. And then, of course, you guys can use the ninja mascots as well. They don't take as many, which is nice, but I've seen the sweet spot here to be all the way down to like 12. So you can go between 12 and 24 or 23, I think. Yeah. Let's try 15, see if that works. Here we go. Come on. There we go, Rainbow Dominus, cool. Anyway, the whole point of this, guys, is we are going for this Rainbow Dominus. You guys can go with the cats as well, but the next step is gonna require this Rainbow Dominus to do it. Okay, so anyway, so now that you guys have a whole bunch of Rainbow Dominuses, we're gonna go and head over to the trading plazas. You guys can also create a bunch of huges if you guys have a whole bunch of pets from Pet Sim X that wanna be fused. You guys can go to here and make some, but we're assuming that you don't. So let's go over to the trading plaza now. All right, so now that we're in the trading plaza, here's the best thing that I can recommend. Go ahead and take a look at everyone's booth and see what they're selling. So these guys are trying to sell the Rainbow Ninja mascots for about 1.5 thousand gems, which is about the going rate for those guys right now. All right, so what you guys want to do is find out what the person in your server is selling their Dominuses for and go just a little bit beneath that. So this guy's selling them for about 10,000 a piece, and it doesn't look like they're selling very well. And this guy up here is selling them for about 10,000 a piece as well. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go to one of our Rainbow Dominuses here. We're gonna sell one of them, and we're gonna sell that guy for 9,000 gems. And let's see if people buy it. Let's make another listing here. We'll sell them just one by one so it doesn't make people freak out here. We'll sell this one for 9,000 as well. Do that. Now with this method, depending on how patient you are, 9,000 gems for a Rainbow Dominus is pretty good. I mean, you can go all the way down to 5 or 6 if you want to, depending on how many you guys made. But it also depends on who's willing to buy it. So if you're gonna have to sit in here for 5 minutes and no one buys it, I would recommend just swapping to a different server and once again doing the same exact method. Find out what people are selling it for and go down just a little bit so that way you guys can sell. Because this dude is gonna be sitting here for quite some time trying to sell these. Maybe he's AFK and he has time for these to just sit here and sell, but for right now, we're not gonna worry about that. Okay, so now that we're gonna assume that you sold some Rainbow Dominuses, you got some gems in your pocket. So now you're gonna shop around, and if you guys have to server hop for this, go ahead and do that. But you guys can either buy these eggs, and they're going for about 300,000-ish. I've seen them all the way down to like 275. But you guys can grab some of these eggs, and you guys can definitely get a huge from this. Not the best chance in the world. You wanna look for someone who's actually selling a huge. This particular server doesn't look like anybody's. Hang on, how much is this guy selling this for? So, 1.1. Okay, this is definitely not the guy to be buying your huge from. 1.1. You guys should be spending between 300 and about 400,000 for your guys' first huge. I wouldn't pay above that because you guys would be wasting your money. All right, here we go. Let's see if these guys are selling these guys for a pretty good price. So these guys are going for exclusive hologram eggs. Okay, these aren't bad. 590. This is actually not a terrible deal right there. So these are pretty good. There's this guy's going for 450. It's a little bit expensive for that egg. How much are these guys selling these rainbows for? So these guys are going for. This guy's doing pretty good. He's selling them for about 8,900 gems. So this guy's got a pretty good price going for these rainbow doms. But we're looking for a huge. It does take a little bit to find a guy that's selling the huges. This guy's selling this for 50K. Yeah, dude, that ain't gonna sell. That's not gonna sell. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any huges in this server. But once again, you're gonna want to do some server hop and see if you can find one with a pretty decent deal. Like I said, don't pay more than about 400,000 for the huge you guys are looking for. So a few things to remember while you guys are in here. Sell your doms between 8 and 10,000. Those cats, the rainbow cats, are going from anywhere from 5 to about 6,500 gems. So if you guys got a bunch of those cats, sell those. But those are the 2 best pets you guys can get for the most amount of diamonds. All right, and another thing we're going to talk about, guys, it's not my favorite method because the chances are just so low. But you guys can get huges from the obbies in the game too, and from the minefield and all that kind of stuff. The chances are just so incredibly low, and you guys would have to spend so much time inside these obbies to get these types of things that you can do it. But I think you're going to be wasting more of your time than you would if you just went to go trade for it. Just make sure you guys have the highest level enchant books equipped at all times, depending on what you're going for. If it's diamonds, if it's luck, make sure you guys have the best ones you guys have equipped. And if you haven't crafted them yet, run over here, start spending some diamonds, and craft the best books you can. Especially if you guys are a low rank and you don't have all the ranks equipped and you guys haven't spent the Robux to get the bottom half here. If you guys have better books, it doesn't matter what your rank is because you guys will have such a high percentage chance. Rank up these enchants and then equip it. That'll basically count for 2 of them or 3 of them, depending on what your rank is. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about, guys, is having an alt account. Basically meaning you can have another account grinding diamonds for you while you're grinding rank or diamonds on your main account. And as far as enchants and potions are concerned, make sure you guys are always enrolling 20 pets at the daycare. So you guys are always getting good fruits, good enchants, and good diamonds. You guys can actually get some pretty good stuff from here. So make sure you guys aren't sleeping on the daycare and you're putting pets in there. Also, it goes about 3 times as fast when you guys are logged into the game, so it doesn't actually take the full 6 hours, just so you guys are aware. Keep in mind, everybody, if you can't grind the super high level pets, what you guys can do is you can always trade up. So if you guys only can get this pet, or you guys can only get this pet, use these pets that are the best egg that you guys can grind for, and then start trading up to get the ninja mascots or anything like that. So that way you guys can start grinding out these rainbow mythical cyborg dominuses and the cats. That way you guys have a whole bunch of stuff that you guys can use for trading materials, so you guys can get those diamonds. Other than that, everybody, I hope this video helped you guys out. Go grind out some diamonds, get yourself a huge, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hit the like and subscribe button, by the way, if this helped you out. Later, guys.